How's it going? Come in, come in. Get comfortable. Get comfortable. This is the 106 Mile Podcast, everybody. 106 miles, Chicago. Gotta get there, fall down. Come on now, brother, you won't ride along. 106 miles, baby. I hope you got some stories to tell. 106 miles. Shit, I didn't know when to stop. How's it going? I'm kind of mixing some majors and minors, and I'm all over the shop today. What's happening? I'm here from Pirate Studios, everybody. Me and Lucifer. Let me just get that in shot. Me and Louis, we rented a little rehearsal room, and I'm going to be playing some of that stuff back later of us just jamming. And it was the fucking shit, to be fair. Again, seeing behind the curtains of things, I'm trying to bring you in to see what it's like being a musician and like seeing the blank slate and stuff. So today we just wanted to go in and just jam and see what's happening. So we went in there with nothing prepared and just had fun. And it's the best. It's been so long and it's just so much fun. And then I booked one of these little project studios afterwards, so I could like mess around, put some bass, because we didn't have like Pete couldn't make it today. That's cool. But I put some bass on afterwards just to kind of fill it up a bit. But man, just having a studio, I've got the amp in the other room on another mic, and just being able to like. Because the Red Fire, man, I ain't never really played the Red Fire through an amplifier yet, And I'm not even like playing around with amp settings and stuff. I'm just straight in and like. Shit's fire, baby. Well, I hope it sounds fire in this recording, because otherwise it'd be very embarrassing. Right, I'm going to unplug the guitar, because otherwise I'm just going to keep playing the thing. Yeah, man, it's been a week. It has been a crazy, crazy week since we last spoke. So I haven't got long left in the studio. So today it's going to be rapid fire, baby, rapid fire. So we won some, we lost some. I'm going to start with Doge. Man, the Doge army. Jeez Louise. So I kind of knew. So anybody that doesn't know, Doge is a kind of is a cryptocurrency that you can just buy and off most exchanges, not Coinbase yet. But unlike Coinbase, it hasn't like Coinbase. Unlike Bitcoin, Bitcoin has like a fixed cap. So there's only ever so many Bitcoin, although they are still mining them, but it's getting a lot less. This isn't financial advice, by the way. Where Dogecoin they can still make more Dogecoin and stuff, and it was set up as a joke. And even the guy who invented it, one of the founders has left the project and sold all his Doge, because he was like, it was supposed to be a joke. What's going on? And primarily, like I say, I'm a Bitcoin dude, so I kind of put my money into there, and at the minute we're on a bit of Bitcoin's a bit quiet right now, but that's cool. It's just sleeping and letting everybody else have a go. I know Ether's going through the fucking roof, and gutted I didn't get on the Ether train, but I think Bitcoin's to have its day. So with Elon going on Saturday Night Live last night, we were all kind of like, every time the dude posts anything about Doge, it goes through the fucking ceiling, right? It has a pump. So a couple of weeks back, as soon as they announced the SNL, I was like, do you know what? I'm just going to put a little bit in Doge and see what happens. And man, there was some gains right there, right before SNL. And it's one of those things that I watched loads of different people on all the crypto channels, because I'm kind of into that right now. And they were saying, like, if you want to speculate on Doge, that's cool, man. But as soon as Saturday Night Live happens, just take your money out, because, or before, because if it's going to tank, well, not tank, but it will drop and blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, but what happens if there's something where Bezos comes in and says, like, oh, fucking Amazon's now going to be taking fucking Dogecoin, although I know he's not like the head dude there anymore. But and last night I was looking and I was like, man, I could, like, not change my life or anything, but, you know, little 100, 200 maybe in profit. I was like, fuck it. In the words of Joey Diaz, if you're gonna walk on ice, baby, you might as well dance. So I said, fuck it, we're gonna leave it in. And then this morning it went straight through the floor. However, I'm confident that, I mean, even Bitcoin, man, back in the day, took a massive dip for like 6 months, a year. So there's things on the horizon, like Coinbase is yet to take it on. So I think that's on the cards very soon. I think there is talk, because the new Amazon guy is pro the Doge or pro crypto as well. So there is a small chance. And there's like Egg and a few other companies and a few football stadiums. And this is the thing that everybody thought this would never work, because it's just a joke coin. It's a meme coin. It's a picture of a dog, for fuck's sake. But everybody, it's like irony, like fate loves irony, right? And it so happened that it looks like Doge might be going, you know, becoming the thing. So about now, well, last time I checked, I was about at where I entered. So I'm fine with it. You know, I can always take it out. And it's not a lot. It's only a little bit. But hopefully that motherfucker goes up. And I had a dream that it went to 6.5 grand, like my investment, which is horrendous. It would be in the newspapers if it went that high. But anyway, and I woke up and I thought that dream was so fucking real. And as soon as I woke up and I was just like, man, that was a dream. I was like, fuck. And then I like looked at my phone and then saw how much it went down. I just went, fuck. But hey, man, you win some, you lose some. That's the life. So we're going to let you know on the Doge, see if I was a real idiot and lost it. But I'm confident, baby. So moving on from that, going to the gym. Finished week 4 of the Kino Body kind of workout plan thing. Going great. Feeling really like strong in myself. Kind of took the... I always thought that I took the food and stuff well. But again, like I said before, I'd always think that I could cheat the fucking system and not sleep. Oh, man, let me... And not sleep enough, right? So I thought like, oh, it'll be fine. I'll just like drink coffee and get a few hours sleep and do it. No, man, you just got to rest if you want to build them muscles. We're on the natural train. So been getting sleep, been doing, and the other thing I never did was like the walking in between or whatever. And here's a fucking funny thing, man. I was talking to Louis about this. I don't know if I'm just a psychopath, but the hardest thing for me so far has been the walking, because I do intervals on the treadmill on my rest days and stuff. And my shins, oh my God, the pain is unreal. But it's just lactic acid build up because I haven't fucking walked anywhere for so long that it was like, it's weird because I was talking to Louis at the pub the other night and I was saying that I think the real ego, you know, they say about the ego and stuff, or like one of my interpretations of it is like, it's the voice inside your head that says like, stop, man, just stop. We're on treadmill. It's like, it hurts. Just stop, man. You're going to hurt yourself. And again, if you think you're going to hurt yourself, stop. But I started going to the gym when I was 20, 21, something like that. And like, I'm 30 now and I know the difference between lactic acid and do you know what I mean? And being a bitch or whatever. And actual, like, you're tearing up some shit. You're going to Snap City, please stop. And I know it's not that. And so I just kind of was like, got my Jacka Willink, got my, Jacka Willink. And who's the other guy? David Goggins, It got to a point that I was like, I start off walking, listening to like Jacka Willink and David Goggins. That's it. I had to cut it because I forgot that guy's name. So I'm on this treadmill and I'm like, my legs are on fire. And I do 40 minutes of intervals and it goes up and down and blah, blah, blah. And it gets to the point where I'm just like, oh, the pain. I can start off listening to like a podcast or something nice and like just to pass some time, the warm up and stuff. And then I get into it and I'm like, oh, geez, Louise, I need some fucking, like, David Goggins or Jacko Willink shouting at me while I'm doing it. And then I was like, yeah, fucking who's going to carry the boats? Who? Because this is the other thing that I understand that the things I go through in my life are like nothing compared to what my forefather, my grandfather and all that, and what they fucking went through. And I just think like, bro, if your fucking great-great-granddad could fight a war or whatever, you can fucking stay on a treadmill. Or like my dad was a paratrooper. And I'm like, if my dad could go through paratrooper training, you can walk on a fucking treadmill. There's nothing wrong with you. And so that kind of, this psychopath in me makes me go. And like saying about the ego, I feel that the ego is the thing where it's like, nah, stop, man, just stop, slow down, stop. And it's the same with music. It's the same with music. It's the like, nah, man, isn't that good, man? You've just got to say, no, fuck you, we're doing it. Because guess what? I pushed myself through it. And when I got near the end of the walking workout, my shin stopped burning so much and it got easier. And then the next time I get on, it still fucking hurts. But it's like Jacko Willink said it, a great quote where he was like, I pushed the rock up the hill. And he was like, it's not about getting the rock to the top of the hill. It's about pushing the rock. And he's like, every single day, I challenge myself to push that fucking rock. And if I ever got to the top of the hill, I'll gladly push it back down and push it back up again. And it's like that every day, trying to defeat the ego of like, no, motherfucker. I'm the one who's steering the ship. I'm the one that's saying what we're doing. And, you know, just getting over your insecurities, or you're like, oh, what happens if I fucking, you know, look silly or I do this? No, man, just get on with it. And like I say, maybe I'm a psychopath, but it's been going well. So this week coming, we're starting the next phase of the workout, and I haven't managed to plan any of the workouts yet, so I need to do it when I get home. But hopefully we're going to keep getting stronger and keep getting better. Started some athletic greens because I needed, I've been thinking about it for years. And yeah, it's a Roganism. I get it. But it's good for the gut biome. You got loads of all the vitamins and minerals you need. It's like fucking accredited by the NCCAPA, whatever it is, which basically means if I ever become a pro athlete, I'm not going to test positive for any banned substances. Awesome. And with it, I did the Joe Rogan code. What was it, man? I think I just put Joe Rogan in at checkout, and I got the free. This ain't sponsored, by the way. I got the free vitamin D dropper, but I didn't realize that. Because I used to do the CBD dropper, and it would be like, take 2 drops under a tongue. And I was like, man, fuck that. I did the whole fucking dropper, man. And anyway, I know it doesn't do nothing to you, but trust me, you do enough droppers of it, you feel something. And I was going to do a whole dropper because I thought it was 1 dropper. And I was like, wait, no, just before I did it, I was like, read the label. It's 1 drop. Because I was like, how can this be 600? It said 600 servings on the bottle. And I was like, how can if you do a dropper, it'd be 6? And it was like 1 drop. And I was like, okay, cool. And anyone who was watching my Instagram, you can see that it was 600 drops. And I put, that's enough, that's more than 2 years. And I was like, if a year was 150 days. So, yeah, I don't math good sometimes. So I'm drinking it. Tastes like bubblegum. Looks like green sludge. Tastes like bubblegum. Tastes real nice. Have it first thing in the morning, empty stomach. At first, I was a bit like, oh my, what's just happened? I think my body was shocked to get that many nutrients in one go. But it's going good, and I did feel some natural energy. And again, I think it helps that I'm not on, maybe it is a placebo, fuck knows, but I'm not on the like, I drink this, then I drink a gallon of coffee, so who knows what's giving me the boost, you know what I'm saying? I still haven't had any coffee. There are days where I've wanted it, but I haven't had it. The headaches are completely gone, and I used to have mad headaches when I tried to give up coffee. So they're gone. I wake up at 5 a.m., 5:30. It used to be 4, but fucking hey, we're trying here. And I feel great, you know, so if you want to do it, I still recommend you give it a go. Got the do cut, got the haircut, although if you're watching the video, man, I got the straightest fucking hair, right? And if I shampoo it, it will all just fall to the sides, and it's such a fucking pain. And I was told to try the sea salt spray because I don't want loads of product in my hair, but it doesn't hold it. And then if I put too much in, it gets horrible. And so I'm kind of doing this a lot if you're watching the video, kind of slicking that shit back. But anybody that knew me before or watched the videos before, I had some wild length because I kind of had the man bun with the super short sides for a long time. And now I'm trying to grow into that fucking not Wolf of Wall Street. Man, what's that guy's name? You know the one. That guy from the film with the people in it. Bradley motherfucking Cooper. That's the guy's name. I want to try and get some Bradley Cooper action. You know, when he has like it's kind of long but not long and kind of messy and shit. And I went to my barber, who I haven't seen for the longest time, and it was great to see him and catch up. And he was like, listen, man, you're going to have to trust me on this. And I was like, what's up? And he said, like, you got a real long top, which is great, but your sides are real short, man. I'm sorry to do this to you. And I said, yeah, let me guess, we've got to cut it all to one length and grow at the same time. And he was like, yeah. Actually, he told me that. And I was like, yeah, I thought so. I was like, that's fine, you go for it, son. So I've actually got some sides, which is a thing. And obviously he styled it and blow dried it and put in his magic fucking whatever that cost £1 million. And it looked awesome and, you know, kind of held itself. And then as soon as I went home and washed it, it all fell out. So when I talk to people who actually know how to style hair, they say, yeah, man, you got to get up and blow dry it after you do the thing and put the product in. And I was like, bro, I'm just trying to get to fucking work on time. And I think it's something that I've just got to accept, that if you want to have nice looking hair, maybe you got to put a bit of work into it. And so maybe I'll buy a hairdryer and try that shit. So another big news. Lana Banana, she went and got, man, I want to say vasectomy. It's not a vasectomy. She a lady cat. She went and got, man, not spayed. That's the word. Sorry, man. I had to go look that up. She's doing okay. Anybody is asking. She's recovering. She's spayed. She's healing. She's healing well. The first night she was licking the, you know, because this is what annoyed me, right? I didn't, because I'm a new cat man. I don't know nothing about cats. And they say that when they're spayed and they have like the scar, that they really shouldn't lick it because it can get infected. Although then that counteracts the thing where it's like cats have the antiseptic tongues, right? Or is that dogs? But anyway, and when I got home and I read the paperwork, it was like, do not let her lick the cut. And I was like, and if she does, then buy a collar. And I was like, okay. And then it was 8:30 by the time I got home after the fucking cat thing, and all the places were closed. They didn't give me a collar. And I was like, oh, jeez. And so all night I stayed up trying to like keep her occupied so she didn't lick her cut because she was like, you know, whatever. And I fell asleep. But luckily, she hasn't been licking it. So she seems okay. I'm taking her in for a checkup next week. And hopefully soon she can fly the nest and we can start opening windows and doors again. And it's going to be glorious. And I want her to get out there and, you know, experience the life of being a cat and climbing stuff and killing small animals and whatever cats do when they're outside. So that's the Lana Banana news. Now, I'm not the best podcaster sometimes because I forget what I tell y'all that I'm going to say. Elizabeth Cotten, folk songs and instrumentals. Now, a couple of weeks ago, the double, I listened to this. It wasn't on Spotify. I had to go on YouTube. And when I park my car and I charge it, if I'm not doing the podcast, I'll try and go for a walk and get my steps in and stuff. So I went to go charge my car and went to where I normally go. If I'm not doing the podcast, I'll try and go for a walk. But there's two places, and I kind of have this thing with a BMW driver that I parked in a charge bay, and the Polar fucking charge bays, they're great, the superchargers, but sometimes they can crash and you got to phone them and they reboot it and fucking da-da-da-da-da. And I turned up to this thing and it was frozen. And I was like, man, I can't get this fucking thing to work. And I was trying to call them and they weren't answering. And the guy turned up in this BMW, right? And he gets out and I say, yeah, man, it's frozen. It don't work. Sorry, man. You know. And he's like, oh, no, man. He's like, he plugs his car in. And then it goes, bing, and he goes on. I'm like, what the fuck? And he was like, yeah, if you have the app and it freezes, the computer bit freezes, you can just do it through the app and it forces it to go. And I was like, oh, cool. But I haven't got the app, and because I rent the car and I get the charger on a lease, like the card, I don't pay for the electric, I can't log into the app because I'm not the fucking owner of the thing. But it was kind of I don't know, maybe I'm overreacting, but he plugged his fucking car in and then sat and charged it, and I was like, but I wanted to charge, you fucking prick. I was here first. So anyway, then I was like, well, I'll go to the other one, the other side down, fuck you, and then it worked. But anyway, moving on, the next week I parked up early and I was charging, and I went for my walk, and I came back and I was sat in the car and I was just, you know, checking my phone and fucking seeing what happened and where my Doge is at, and then I saw him drive up the car. It probably isn't even the same guy. I'm probably just a fucking psychopath, but I saw him driving down the road that leads into where this charger is, and he saw me, and then I saw him loop the car around and drive off, and I was like, ha! I was only going to be here for another 5 minutes, but go fuck yourself, Mr. BMW driver. You can fucking go and find somewhere else to charge this time, Mr. App Man. But anyway, that's how belittled how like stupid I am about things. So going back to the charger. So this is a separate thing. No BMW man, different day. I plugged the car into charge, and I was going to go for a walk. And it was the first like sunny day for a long time. And it's like the sun is always like on the Friday if you're off on the Saturday, or on like the Sunday evening if you have loads of shit to do. Do you know what I'm saying? And it was just one of those things where everything, the fucking stars aligned, and it was early, and I was out, and it was hot as fuck, and I was just like, yes. And the only bad thing is where that charger is that I have to kind of walk, into town, or there's not like a nice like woodland walk or anything like that. And so I was like, man, whatever, I have such a hard life. So I was like, I'm going to go left instead of right. And I went left, and I didn't realise it then opens up into fields with like public walkways and stuff. And then it's just miles of fields, and it was the fucking best. And I put that album on, and it's so cool, man. It's like blues stuff, but it's on acoustic guitar, and it's from a long time ago. Me and Pete looked it up, and we went to the pub, and I think she recorded it she was born in the 1800s. Like the back end, and then it was recorded in like the early 1900s, and it sounds like it's recorded in like her house, and it's this very like acoustic mixed with blues, like Americana stuff, folk mixed with blues, because some songs, like the majority of songs, are quite bluesy, but then some are very like folky Americana, and I just fucking loved it, with the sun and the birds and the fucking chirping action, and it was great. Favorite songs that I picked from it, I have somewhere on here from a while ago. So favorite songs, I'm going to put on the screen now. I'll do some screenshots. These were my favorite songs. There's a couple of funny ones where it was like, my neighbor's a bitch and I hate her and she's telling stuff on me. That was a sick one. And yeah, man. So it's in and out. It's quick. I think getting into Pirate again is the best, and I'm probably going to do more podcasts from here if I can, the finances and all that. Maybe my Doge's going to pay for it. Maybe I should stop investing in cryptocurrency. But anyway, here are some jams, and they're just jams. They're just made up on the spot, so they're a bit rough around the edges. But I hope you enjoy it, and more things to come like this. Now that we can get into studios and rehearse, and there's enough space. We've got the biggest fucking studio, and we were well far apart, and it was great. So here are some new ideas of songs, and I hope you enjoy them. I've been your boy, Alfie King. This has been the 106 Mile Podcast. 106 miles, Chicago. Gotta get there for dawn. Come on now, brother, you won't ride long. 106 miles, baby. Hope you got some stories to tell. 106 miles. Yeah. Well, I ain't slept in 3 days and I can't sleep at night. When I look at my bills, Lord, I get nothing but a goddamn fright. But when I see you, babe, I know what keeps me home at night. Well, I stayed up all night playing poker till I couldn't see straight. But I left the damn place with every dollar in my case. When got to think, babe, I do this place. Baby, I can't sleep 'cause I'm thinking of you. What kind of evil magic does this witch doctor do? 'Cause I can't sleep when I'm thinking of you. Is it your perfume or the way you kiss my neck? Is it the way you always leave me wrecked? 'Cause I ain't found a reason to leave you just on yet. Oh, devil woman, oh, devil woman, oh, devil woman, oh, devil woman. I ain't found a reason to leave you yet. I think you're sleeping around with my best friend. Maybe my brother too. Oh, where does this end? But I can't find a reason to leave you. I'll leave you, yeah. Ah, devil woman. 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 I ain't found a reason to leave you, yeah. With you, yeah. Well, my best friend sat me down and said, son, look in your eyes. This woman's gonna treat on you, and you tell me that's a surprise. Brother, you ain't never seen what's like between them thighs. Ah, devil woman, ah, devil woman, ah, devil woman, ah, devil woman, ah, devil woman. I ain't never found a reason to leave you yet. That was cool. That's it. I find a reason why I ain't found a reason why. Well, until I find that reason, I'll keep working till I die. Well, love, ain't it a funny thing? You promise yourself to someone and you tie yourself up in that ring. Well, I only got love for this guitar and I'm gonna play my thing. Well, love, ain't it a funny thing? Well, love, ain't it a funny thing? Our love, ain't it a funny thing? Promise yourself and everything on that damn ring. I ain't got love for me or you too. And I'm gonna hit that road again, baby, just like I do. Well, ain't that a funny thing? Who's gonna get you too? hear telephone buzzing, and I ain't there, 'cause I'm gone. Just like the night, baby, I'm gone. Gonna tell your mother I never love her, and baby, I'll tell her I'm gone. Promise yourself just for a gold ring. Well, I love my guitar, now I'm gonna keep playing this damn thing. You can take all your promises that I ever told you. They was rare as the elephant that you seen in a zoo. You see my Cadillac pulling off as I drive away from you. Oh, love, ain't it a funny thing? Don't promise yourself with that picket fence and that ring. Well, I love my guitar and I'm gonna keep playing this thing. Myself 30 years and end up in a mess. Well, I'm gonna do some more cocaine instead. This love, ain't it a funny thing? Oh, love, ain't it a funny thing? You gonna promise yourself on a goddamn ring.